Now attorneys are asking for the court hearing for the 21-year-old Air National Guardsman suspect in the massive military document leak to be postponed. Jack Teixeira is charged with unauthorized retention and transmission of national defense information and willful retention of classified documents, which collectively carry a maximum of 15 years in prison. ABC's Whit Johnson is live outside federal court in Boston for us with the latest. And Whit, this just happened. This is a delay. Do we know why?
Exactly, Phil. We're just getting this information right now, but what we understand from sources is that both sides, the defense and the prosecution, the federal government, made this court filing requesting the delay for approximately 2 weeks. Teixeira's team says that they need more time to be able to see what the government's case is against him. So that information just coming in. It hasn't yet hit the docket in terms of the judge's order, so we don't know officially yet if the judge has approved it, but it is expected to go in that direction. There would likely be a delay. But the hearing, what this is about, this was supposed to be a detention hearing and a preliminary hearing. He first appeared in court last week, but this time around, whenever this hearing takes place, the question is, will he remain in federal custody or will they grant him bail of some kind as the case plays out? It's widely expected because of the nature of the case that he will remain in federal custody. And then the other question here, as the proceeding moves forward, is where the case will take place. If it remains here in Massachusetts, which is where Teixeira was living and working, or if it's moved to the state of Virginia, because that's where a lot of the leaked documents originated from, right at the Pentagon, Phil.
All right, Whit, and one thing everybody has been looking for since this whole situation began is, are we learning anything more about Teixeira's possible motive behind the leaks? I know we probably would have heard something if the hearing had happened today, but do you know anything more about the motive?
His official motive, Phil, remains unclear. That is, the government hasn't put that out there yet, the prosecutors, to say why they think he did this. What we do know mostly comes from the other people who were in that chat group on Discord. This is an online chat group where a lot of young gamers would go, and there was an exclusive group, if you will, of people who were chatting with Jack Teixeira in this group. And what they said, based on interviews with ABC News and others, is that he held libertarian views, had some questions about the government, but he was largely seen as a leader and admired by other young people who were in this group. And when they talked about why they thought he was releasing some of this information, most of it related to the thought that he was unhappy with government secrets, that he thought that people in the public, or at least within this group, should really know what's going on out there, but still no idea as to his intent beyond trying to appeal to this group of friends and trying to create these discussions online. That is something that we still hope to learn in the coming days.
So with the hearing delayed today, what are the next steps in the case?
So there's the next steps, Phil, in terms of what happens to 21-year-old Jack Teixeira. We know that he's facing the potential of 15 years in prison if he's convicted of violating the Espionage Act. Again, we mentioned the motive still unclear, and whether or not it's going to stay here in Massachusetts or move to Virginia. But then you have the big picture next steps, and there are a few things going on. The Air National Guard here in the state of Massachusetts is conducting their own review to see if there were any mistakes made in terms of how Jack Teixeira got access to this classified information. And then we know that President Biden ordered the Pentagon to do a much wider ranging review across the Pentagon in terms of who is even able to have access to this top secret information. It's raised a lot of questions. This is a 21-year-old IT specialist, not an intelligence specialist or intelligence analyst, but the Pentagon has said that he needed to have this kind of access in order to do his job. But a lot of people are asking the question, well, why is that? Can somebody still conduct their IT work and then be cut out from that type of information? And that's something the Pentagon's trying to get to the bottom of. Are there changes that can be made going forward? Phil?
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.